I started in the golf industry about 20 years ago with American Golf, and I bounced around from Atlanta, Georgia to New York City to the Bay Area in California. And after we had our son, we were trying to get back to the East Coast. So looked for a while and finally found this, and timing worked out, and happy as I can be to be here.
I've been with Lancaster Golf Club for 30 years, and I started out as a cart attendant whenever I was 16 years old. So actually it's my 31st year. I just love it. You know, I love the challenges. There's something different every day. I can go in to work and I don't know what's going to happen whenever I get there. You know, I can plan to do something whenever I get there, and it's always something different. Something always comes up.
What keeps me in golf is I love the game. Ever since I started when I was 12 years old, I love the game, I love the people, I love the staff that works for us. We have a great team both at Springfield that I work with day in and day out, the management team at LSC, and our management group, you know, all the pros and superintendents at all the courses and assistants.
I just love being outside. I feel like, you know, I don't spend much time in the office. Being outdoors, getting up early in the morning, watching the sunrise. You know, we're out working before daylight most days, so getting to see the sunrise come up, and you know, just working with a good group of guys, being outside as a team.
I won the South Carolina Open about 10 years ago. You know, it's always fun to have a couple of course records under your belt. I believe I have probably 6 or 7 or 8 course records throughout the different states I've lived in. I believe I've got 8 hole-in-ones, and I have 1 albatross or 1 double eagle.
Actually, an old friend of mine down in Florida when I worked down there got me interested. He was a good player, and he got me interested down there. I was actually a tennis pro down there, and he took me out golfing a lot and taught me, and then he became a pro, got me into it, and said, well, why don't you turn over to this side of the business. Teaching tennis is when you sit on the court for hours in the heat, and then going to golf was, wow, this is a lot more relaxing. It's a lot, you know, I'm not hitting the ball all day, you know, because in tennis, when teaching, you have to play.
Leroy Springs is very good about promoting some work-life balance as well as getting out and competing and practicing. So this is probably the most I've played in the better part of the last 5-6 years. So we've been playing at least once a week, ideally closer to twice would be nice. Just depends how everything shakes out, but I've been playing a lot more and looking forward to continue doing that going forward.
This may not be interesting to some people. I think I'm a 5th generation Fort Million. Okay. So that's kind of unique these days around Fort Mill. Not many people, a lot of people are moving into the area, so both my mother and my father's families have been around here for a long time. That's it. I'm kind of, what you see is what you get.